Hello all, so I wanted to make this video on January 20th, or as I call it, Armageddon Day, when Creepy Joe takes office. I wanted to give a send-off to the president, basically thank him for some of the things that he's done that have both helped me personally as well as helped the country. Also throw in a little criticism there. I don't think I could be genuine and not do that. I think he gave up a lot for this position. He didn't really have to. I've considered him the reluctant hero. He had a life any of us could want, being a billionaire, having his own TV show, having the supermodel wife, having the sanding, and he sacrificed that all when he didn't really need to. Of course, after the first two terms of the Obama-Bin Biden administration, we were told that we were in a new age of decline and never again were we going to see what we saw before as far as success. And having a president talk down to us and tell us that if you have a business, you didn't build that. And then, of course, later came the your jobs just aren't coming back. What are you going to wave a magic wand? Of course, that came during the campaign, but you get the point. It was all the same deal. I certainly give up his standing. A lot of the same people that have given him hell the last few years are ones that loved him before. He was with Kathy Griffin on Suddenly Susan. He appeared in many TV shows, appeared in movies. He also appeared on Oprah back in the 80s. A lot of the things that he was saying back then are things he was saying now, and they loved him for it then. It all went away, though, because he ran as a Republican against Hillary. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. It wasn't really genuine. It's just they were programmed to hate him for that reason. He's put America first, which is something that leaders haven't done for the last, decades. It's the thing that drives liberals crazy, which drives me crazy. It seems to me if you live in America that you should want America to be put first. They seem to have a problem with that. Your leadership should put your own country first, but if you hate America, I could see why they wouldn't want it put first. It's quite telling for them. He made America great again for a couple years. Can I say it's great now? Probably not, but that's really not his doing. Can I say it'll be great in a year? I highly doubt it, given what we're getting ready to encounter. Some of the things that he accomplished, rolling back restrictive regulations on businesses, long overdue corporate tax cuts, and also across-the-board income tax cuts. These corporate tax cuts had allowed businesses to expand, which, of course, they can give bonuses to workers, they can give raises to workers, grows an economy. It was long overdue because the rest of the world, their prices, their taxes went down. And of course, it becomes more efficient for companies to go overseas. The fact that people can go to China across an ocean and do business more efficiently, that's a problem. And that helped out. It helped grow, helped make the economy best it's ever been, basically, until this whole virus deal hit. You got some Middle East peace deals done that no one else has been able to do. Certainly not before, not in the last 10 years anyway, brought Israel to the table. Pretty remarkable given that it hasn't been able to be done, and you don't really hear about a lot of bloodshed over there now. Our feelings for him, at least my feelings, are not on a personal level. We don't support him because we think he's just some great guy who deserves the position. He's one of the few guys that's had a voice that's given us a voice. After years of being ignored, and us conservatives, we vote for leaders and we don't get what we vote for. And with him being an outsider, for the large part we have, certainly we haven't got everything. There's some things I find questionable. I had a big problem with the he extended the moratorium on offshore drilling. I don't understand that. Certainly isn't for environmental reasons, because foreign countries are going to come and drill the same field. It is international water. I don't know if it was a pander to environmentalists to get votes or not, but definitely not a good move at all. Don't like the bump stock ban. It was reactionary and it was pointless. It's not gonna prevent anything. I think he underestimated how deep the swamp is. It certainly is a noble cause to want to drain the swamp, but like I said before, look at your election results in D.C. for the last 30 plus years. It's 90 to 95% Democrat. So he underestimated that. I think he made some poor appointments. That's why he went through so many people. I think he trusted the wrong people. I think sometimes he was an amateur playing a professional's game. I think people like Ben Carson, even though he did an admirable job in the HUD, would have been best suited as Surgeon General or in the HHS. Definitely some of his defense secretaries are definitely leave a lot to be desired. They were part of the old guard who don't share his worldview. I'm disappointed that he couldn't get Obamacare repealed, but I don't blame him for that at all. That's none other than Mr. John McCain, which really sucks being in Arizona having to listen to him. I can't believe we kept putting him back in power, but we did, and he's gone. So good riddance. Part two. As far as 2024, I think we should put a pin in it right now for a host of reasons. One, we don't know what the political landscape is going to be like then. We have a big challenge coming up ahead of us with this administration and this regime coming in basically with unlimited power. No one's going to stop them. I don't know if the people who do, like in the Supreme Court, will have the courage to try and stop them. So it's going to be a bad situation. I think we need to focus on the future. We can argue about the election results all we want, but it's not going to be productive. I think we know there was no fraud or anything, but continuing to look back at that is not going to do any good. I think if we focus on having only him in 2024, that we stifle other people's chances. There are some younger voices that we can look to. If we just focus on him, we're going to squeeze new voices out, and then we're basically cornering ourselves into one person, putting all of our eggs in one basket. That's not a good move. There's also his electability. All this shit going on now, Capitol Hill trying to impeach him, 25th Amendment and all that. It's petty for one. 9 days, 9 days left now. They think that's going to make a difference. Just let him live out his last 9 days. The whole point of that is twofold. They want to make it so he's disqualified from running again if he's convicted of insurrection, whatever the hell it is. Two, it's to scare anybody else off, anybody else that's going to be part of the movement. They're certainly not going to want to put their lives and their families in jeopardy and go through what he went through. So that's another reason they do that. And of course, another obvious thing is age. He's going to be 78 years old in 2024. We've seen what a 78-year-old in that position looks like, and it's not good. Plus, why would he want to? Who knows what his life's going to be like? They're still going to come after him. They're going to come after him financially. They're going to try and come after him for tax evasion or whatever. Would he want to put himself through that? Would he want to put his family through that? Who knows? I think it would be a sad state of our party if we can't come up with another person by then. There's a lot of young guys. There's Josh Hawley, who certainly looks and sounds the part, seems to have the balls to stand up. Ted Cruz is kind of an old guard guy. He's a good guy, but I don't think people are looking to him as being somewhat fresh. So yeah, we just have to wait a few years and see. Obviously, if 2023, 2024 comes, and if we still have a country and don't resemble the surface of the moon by then, and if Trump is all we have and he's capable and he's willing and he's pushing the same ideas, well, of course, we'll have to support him by default. I do hope we could find somebody else a little younger and hopefully find more people to go along. He did a lot of this without the help of the Republican Party, especially in the first term when he had Congress. The only great thing they did was the Tax Cut Act. Also getting rid of the most offensive part of Obamacare, which was the individual mandate. The most important thing is not him. We don't live and die by him. It's the movement that's important. It just so happens we fought so hard for him because he fought so hard for us. Basically, it's about this. It's about keeping America great. Of course, in the next 4 years, it's probably going to be make America great again. But we'll see. Thank you, Mr. President. I wish you the best.